So I decided I'm going to make a chocolate angel food cake. It's an angel food cake with chocolate chunks, or sort of chocolate flakes, and a dark chocolate glaze on the top. So the first thing I have to do is sift together half a cup of sugar and 1 1/3 cups of cake flour. It's actually just regular cake flour. It's not self-rising. Be sure you get the right one. I'm just going to sift it together 4 times just to make sure it's really well combined. Perfect. Now, this is the key to really good angel food cake, is room temperature eggs. I have about 1 1/2 cups, which is 10 to 12 egg whites. Okay, so I need 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. So I'm going to beat these up for about a minute until they get sort of soft peaks, and then we're going to add lots of superfine sugar. 1 1/2 cups of superfine sugar. Just add it slowly, and it's going to get very shiny. It's starting to get really thick and shiny, and it's going to hold a peak. See how firm they are? That's great. That's exactly the way you want them. So when you take the beater out, it stands up all by itself when it holds a peak. Okay, now I just want to add some vanilla, then I'll make the rest of the cake. 1 teaspoon of good vanilla. Okay, that's good for the egg whites. Okay. It's really important not to deflate the egg whites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the egg whites into a big bowl and then very carefully fold the flour that's mixed with the sugar into it. Okay. Looks like an angel food cake already. So I'm going to just stir this in very carefully. Just take the spatula and go right down in the middle and then fold it over. And just keep moving the bowl around like that. That's really a classic way to fold something. It's like when you're doing mousses or angel food cake. It disturbs the whipped thing as little as possible. Okay, this looks like it's nicely folded in. You don't want to overdo it, just enough. And now the good part, I'm going to put chocolate in it. So I need about 1/2 cup of grated chocolate. This is good semi-sweet chocolate. You don't want to use chocolate chips because they have stabilizers in them. You just want regular chocolate. And you want to do it on the coarsest grater. It's not easy. Okay, that should be about 1/2 cup. Whoa, it's everywhere. Just gonna put this right in. Just fold the chocolate right in. It smells good. Okay, just enough so that it's folded in, but not so much that you deflate the egg whites. Okay, so I've got an ungreased 10-inch angel food cake pan. I'm just going to pour this whole thing right in. Just do it really carefully. This is a great summer dessert because it's got a lot of flavor, but it's really light. Not a heavy dessert, clearly. Just smooth the top. You can bake this at 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. And I'm going to see what Miguel's up to. And when the cake's done, I'm going to go shopping. Okay, I need something for the top of my chocolate angel food cake. I would say chocolate chips is a good place to start. So the black and white angel food cake came out pretty good, but I'm going to make it extra good with a drizzle of chocolate ganache on the top. So I need about 1/2 pound of chocolate chips. Just like that. I'm going to pour some heavy cream on it and melt it, and it makes ganache, sort of a chocolate drizzle on top. Just melt it together. And just take a minute. So I have about 1/2 pound of chocolate chips, semi-sweet chocolate chips, and about 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Okay, while the chocolate's melting, I'm going to get the cake set up. So what I've done is I've taken little pieces of parchment paper and I put them right between the cake and the pedestal. And that way, when I drizzle the chocolate on, it'll keep the pedestal really nice and clean. And then I can just pull them out. A beautiful cake and a pedestal. Okay, how's this doing? Let's see. That's just perfect. You want it so it's thick enough to stay in the cake and thin enough so it'll drizzle down the sides. That doesn't look half bad. Just make sure it's nice all the way around. That works for me. And I'd say we have a nice dessert for the party.